Hello everyone and welcome back to Torpedoes and Tarantulas. I am Jeff. I just want to go ahead and thank you for taking the time out of your day to click and watch this video. And without any more bullshit, let's get into it. For those of you who are hoping for an arachnid video tonight, sorry to disappoint. Feel free to stay in on the rest of this video. I think you'll enjoy it. You might learn something. But for the rest of you, we're getting back to the roots of my channel tonight, guys, and we are doing a cigar review video. Now, if you didn't catch my unboxing about a week ago, go back and check that out if you're interested in cigars and all that. But for the rest of you who have been following me for the cigars, sorry about my absence. I got so tied up in my arachnids there that I just, first of all, I couldn't afford cigars because I was spending it all on tarantulas and scorpions. And I was spending so much time taking care of them that I didn't have time to do this. But I decided to treat myself, and I got some of these, and I've already had a couple, and I've got to say that I do enjoy them. If you know anything about San Cristobal cigars, they are an enjoyable smoke. They're made by the Ashton Cigar Company. If you don't know who the Ashton Cigar Company is, you're not smoking cigars. And they're overseen by Jose Pepin Garcia at the Garcia factory in Nicaragua. This is the San Cristobal Revelation, which is about the fourth installation from San Cristobal. And this particular size is the Mystic. It's a Corona. It's a 5.6 by 48 stick. Ecuador Sumatra wrapper. Nicaraguan long fillers. Couldn't find out any details on the binder whatsoever. Beautiful milk chocolate brown wrapper, invisible seams, hardly any veins at all. I mean, just a beautifully rolled cigar. Also, in my favorite style as well, the box pressed. I just feel it sits better in the hand and in the mouth than, say, a torpedo or a typical round cigar. So, again, without any more bullshit, let's go ahead and get into it. As I'm taking my lighter out on the wrapper, immediately a rich, dark kind of chocolatey tone with a little bit of a floral and a woodiness, like a redwood, not like cedar, but you know, like a red type of wood. It's a real nice aroma. On the foot, a lot of the same, but darker. And there's some nuttiness and some leather kicking in there. It's real nice. Not a lot from the pre-light right now. There's an immediate kind of floral sweetness on the draw. And then kind of a hay type of note. Plenty of sweetness and floral type stuff going on. And a little bit of spice tingle coming up on the tongue. So let's go ahead and get into it. You can't tell a cigar by sniffing it and hitting it cold, right? Again, I apologize for my absence on my cigar review videos. I hope that you guys have not give up on me. If you'd like to as well, please feel free to spread the word maybe to people that you knew. Maybe a year ago that used to watch my channel for the cigar review videos, because I changed the name on my channel, and I had some people who first started watching me when I first started doing tarantulas before I changed my name that lost track of me for a while. So if you've been watching my videos for a while and you're talking to somebody else that may have watched some of my cigar review videos, it's like, hey, whatever happened to that dude? Did he fall off the face of the earth? Say, no, he changed the name of his channel. Immediately, right away, beautiful draw, nice smoke output, creamy and oily right off the bat, as well as smooth and rich, is to be expected from a San Cristobal. There was an immediate cocoa. Yeah, plenty of cocoa right there on the draw. Kind of fades into a little bit of a cedar and then just some kind of a general spice. No particular spice you know, comes to mind right now, but we're going to get into this thing a little ways, let it warm up, and we'll come back and tell if we've got any changes, and if so, what those changes are. Hold tight, guys. Here we are back again, guys. This is the San Cristobal Revelation, and so far so good. This is a pretty darn good stick. As you can see, the burn is nice and sharp, not needing any attention whatsoever. Beautiful, firm, white ash. No flaking, no flowering. I like that. That's a bonus for me. I hate a flaky, flowery ash. And a crooked burn sometimes. All out so far, it's a solid medium-bodied, medium to full-flavored, probably a mild-bodied strength cigar so far. Very smooth, very rich. What would be to be expected of San Cristobal name and the Ashton brand. And so what I'm really getting right now is there's a lot of cedary, leathery type stuff, just kind of cedar and the best of both of those two mixed together is kind of the core of this thing. And then right after that, through the finish, is kind of a cinnamon, not so much the flavor, but like that tingle that you get from cinnamon. And then a woodiness comes in right behind that, and then just kind of a general floral. The floral thing is really hard to understand, but when you taste it, you understand. And then there's a nuttiness coming up on the finish. Not a whole lot of chocolate or coffee. Some of the others that I saw described in the description of this cigar, but we'll just keep going and find out what we get. Hold on, guys. We'll be right back. As you can see, the San Cristobal Revelation is still performing beautifully. Nice smoke output, as you saw. That was a joke, by the way. Still a beautiful burn, beautiful ash. For a San Cristobal, I have to say this one does burn a little on the quick side. Any other San Cristobal I ever had was usually one of the longest smoking cigars I ever had. So much so that I brought some regular San Cristobals to a 4th of July party probably 4 years ago, and I had two other buddies smoking with me, and they both gave up on theirs and let them go out. I mean, it was like a 2.5 hour smoke. It was like a Churchill, though. So, I mean, I got them at a B&M. I got like a 10-pack of them at a B&M. So, but then I've had some other smaller ring gauge San Cristobals, and same thing. They're a slow burner. Not the case with this one. The draw has been beautiful. If you know how to work your draw, then no worries overheating this puppy. Still very smooth, very rich, oily, and just these flavors are just all over your palate. They just stick to your palate. It's just a lot of the same. The cedary, leathery core is still there, and then all those other flavors along with that cinnamon tingle. All that is basically intensified, especially the tingle part of that, and the woodiness and the nuttiness have kicked up. And then there's a bit of black coffee type of bitterness on the finish on this cigar. So that's where we're at with it now. I'm enjoying it so far, and I hope you're enjoying whatever you're smoking or drinking right now. I'm going to get into the tail end of this thing and get back to you, let you know what I think. Just a quick side note, I forgot to mention that the aromas off of this cigar are lovely. A non-cigar smoker would enjoy being around you, being enveloped in this smoke. It's really nice. It's reminiscent of old school pipe tobacco, like like the old men used to smoke back in the days. When I was a little kid, old men still smoked pipes, and I loved the smell of that tobacco. Just that straight up natural tobacco sweetness without the cherry and all the other crap they mix in with pipe tobacco nowadays. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But there's kind of a chocolatiness to it. It's really nice aroma. So for those of you who don't like cigars, but know somebody that does smoke one, if they light one of these up, stay close. You'll figure out. I'm not kidding. Beautiful smelling cigar. Be right back. Okay, so here we are at the tail end of the San Cristobal Revelation. I am probably an hour and 10 minutes into this thing, so it is a bit of a short smoke. Same performance, still burning beautifully, still the same smoke output. It started to get a little bit warm here at the end, not a turn off for me, and not a whole lot of changes in the flavor profiles and all that kind of stuff, just kind of intensified. all in all, at the tail end, it was a medium to full bodied with a medium strength and a medium to full flavored cigar throughout. Just a lot of that leathery, cedary core, so a little bit of floral, and then, like I said, the coffee and the nuttiness and the woodiness kind of kicked up there on the tail end of that. And now I'm starting to get a little more of a pepper tingle on the tongue. So that's basically all of it. Is rich, smooth, and just enjoyable throughout. I've never had a San Cristobal that I was disappointed in. So that concludes this review of this cigar. I hope you guys were thoroughly entertained with this video, or at least educated, or maybe both, because that's the purpose of my videos, is to entertain and educate. Sometimes maybe a little more one than the other, but if you weren't entertained by this video, please feel free to leave a comment down below telling me that you weren't entertained by this video, and then I'll just comment back that you need to learn to be a more interesting person, because, I mean, let's face it, with some of the hectic lives that we live, you got to take time for some of the small pleasures in life. And if a fellow likes to drink scotch, smoke cigars, and play with big-ass spiders, if that makes him boring, I'd hate to see what kind of shit you're into. Anyway, all that being said, for the rest of y'all, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and watch me. Forgive me, this is my first video back with the cigars. Hopefully we'll kind of get back into that flow a little more. And for the rest of you who maybe are following my Arachno channel but are getting kind of interested in peeking over to this side of it, I've got some big things in the works for the Arachno side of my channel coming up this next week. Be looking out for that. I have another cigar review coming up with a friend of mine. You may have seen the unboxing video, and we're going to be doing that video as soon as we can coordinate our schedules and get together and do this thing. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Smoke them if you got them. Take care of each other and yourselves. Have a great night. God bless, guys.